Okay, as it says, this one is insanely difficult. Number 13. So I'm going to have 2 to the x minus 1 equals 3 to the x plus 2. And what makes this difficult is that they have different bases, so I can't use any of this table maneuvers. I just have to go at it using properties of logarithms. So the move is to try to rip the exponent out. In order to rip the exponent out, you have to ln both sides. When you put an ln in front of that base, it rips that exponent, x minus 1, out in front. So that entire exponent is going to go out in front of the ln. And it's going to give me a new situation that looks like this. X minus 1 ln of 2 equals x plus 2 times ln of 3. I have to continue. I'm going to distribute the ln2 across the x minus 1. So that's going to give me x ln2 minus 1 ln2 equals x ln3 plus 2 ln3. I'm going to continue. I want to group the x's on one side. So I'm going to minus x ln3 from both sides. And I'm going to add the 1 ln2 to both sides. That's going to give me x ln2 minus x ln3 equals ln2 plus 2 ln3. Notice these each have an x in front of it. I'm going to factor out the x. Muchos X. So that's going to give me X times ln2 minus ln3 equals ln2 plus 2 ln3. I'm going to divide both sides by ln2 minus ln3. So my final answer is x equals ln2 plus 2 ln3 over ln2 minus ln3. In order to get the decimal equivalent for this, you have to wrap those numbers when you use the calculator. I'm going to type this in. Hit the fraction bar. ln2, close the parentheses, plus 2 ln3, close the parentheses, down arrow. ln2, close the parentheses, minus ln3, close the parentheses. Hit equals. I'm going to take this out to 4 decimal places. Negative 7.1285. Now, there is a way to do this entire problem in the Casio without any algebra or any work. But the issue is, sometimes it takes the calculator about 5 minutes to do it. So you're just going to get a blank screen. So what you want to do is type this in exactly like it looks into the calculator. Notice how I have the 2 to the x minus 1 and that equal sign. You can't hit the equal sign down here on the bottom of the calculator. You want to type in the equal sign. And in order to type in the equal sign, you have to hit alpha red equals. Then to solve it, you can't hit the equal sign to solve it. You have to hit shift solve. You're trying to solve for x. So I'm going to give you the key in for this process. So I would hit 2, X box, alpha red X, right arrow, alpha equals, alpha red equals, 3, X box, alpha red X, plus 2. Again, don't hit the equal sign. You don't want to hit the equal sign. You want to hit the solve. So you're going to hit shift solve. It's right there by the calc button. Shift, solve. Now it's asking, I already have the answer from the last one. It's basically asking to guess. So I'm going to guess at -7.
So once you're there, you're going to hit equals. I'm sorry, I meant to hit solve. So it's not that big of a deal. You hit the right arrow to go to. So you're going to hit shift solve. And I'm going to guess a -7. And now it's going to take a while. And it's thinking. And there it is. It gets the same answer that I got when I did all the work. So there's another method. But you have to be really patient. You have to be really accurate.
Okay, another really difficult one. The move is you want to try to eliminate the exponent by putting ln in front of it. So that's the equation that I'm trying to solve for x. So in order to get the x away from the exponent, you put ln, the natural log, in front of it. Some people just put the word log in front of it, and you're allowed to do that, but ln is only 2 letters, so it's just a little quicker for me to write. Now once I do that, it rips that exponent out front. So that's going to give me x minus 3 times ln of 5 equals, it's going to rip that exponent out front, x plus 7 times ln of 2. I'm going to distribute the ln 5 to the x and to the -3. It's going to give me x ln 5 minus 3 ln 5 equals, I distribute the ln 2 to the x plus 7, x ln 2 plus 7 ln 2. I want to group the x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract x ln 2 from both sides. That's going to give me x ln 5 minus x ln 2 minus 3 ln 5 equals 7 ln 2. Now I want to add the ln 3 to both sides. I'm sorry, I want to add the 3 ln 5 to both sides. These don't combine. X ln 5 minus x ln 2 equals 7 ln 2 plus 3 ln 5. Muchos X's. So I'm going to factor out the x on this left side. So it's going to give me x times ln 5 minus ln 2 equals 7 ln 2 plus 3 ln 5. That's a little palsy I have. I write a combined ln. I'm going to divide both sides by ln 5 minus ln 2. And now I have a huge calculator can. Hit the fraction bar. Oops. Hit the fraction bar. I'm going to type in the top 7 ln 2, close the parenthesis, plus 3 ln 5, close the parenthesis, ln 5 minus ln 2, hit equals, gives me a 10.5647. I'm going to see if I can't arrive at that just using the calculator. Remember, the original problem was 5 to the x minus 3 equals 2 to the x plus 7. So I'm going to just try to swing the whole problem in the calculator. 5, red x box, alpha red x, minus 3, right arrow, alpha red equals 2, x box, alpha red x, plus 7, hit shift solve. Now, notice it gives me the last answer I had in there. I know my answer is close to 10, so instead of guessing at -7, I'm going to guess at 10. They want you to actually take a guess. Hopefully it comes up. It's taking a while. 10.5647. So you can do it by hand. If you're not required to show work, or if it's a multiple choice test, you can go ahead and use the Casio.